Okay. So how are you all? A very good morning to all of you. It's an early Friday morning, 9 o'clock, according to the Indian time. So let us begin with our third and the final session of this 3-day free Vastu course. Before I begin with today's session, those who were joined for this last 2 days, I would like to know what is their review on this particular 3-day free Vastu course. Were you able to learn something? What's your opinion on this? Can you please share? You can even type it in the chat box if you feel like. Would love to hear your opinions, suggestions, or reviews regarding this particular 3-day free Vastu course. Would someone like to speak something about this? Or you could share it in the chat box. Someone there? Nobody? All right. No worries. We will figure out from the Hindi batch, like how was it? Okay, so let us begin with our 3-day free Vastu course. This is day 3. What are we going to study in this particular session? Now, this session is dedicated to reading your house map and knowing the directions of your house and finally doing the remedies. And there will be a certain amount of time that I'm going to dedicate for your queries, if any you do have. All right. So the first step of this session is how to grid your house map. We have already studied about the elements. We have studied about the identification of the 8 major directions along with their elements, along with their colors, what are their attributes, what happens if there is a kitchen present, what happens if there is a toilet present. So what are we going to do in today's session? In today's session, we are going to grid our house map. What do you mean by gridding your house map? Gridding your house map is just like mapping. You need to map your house map into the respective directions and zones that we have covered in our previous classes. We know the attributes of north are so and so, but the question is, how do you figure out the attributes or the direction of this north in your house map? Particularly, you have got a house. How do you figure out where is the north of this house located? Or where is the south of the house located? In order to carry out in a very, very precise manner, all you need is a blueprint of your house, to the scale map. Okay, we do not require a rough sketch. A rough sketch will never work. You require a blueprint of the house map. So how do you get the blueprint of this house map? Either you design it yourself or you need to get it done by a certified architect. Is this part clear to all of you? If somebody wants to draw their own house map, then I also have a video, because in the last live classes, I actually used to teach how to prepare your own house map. So preferably, I'll share the link of how to prepare your own house map in case you do not want to consult an architect or any professional, then you can also prepare your house map. So how do you prepare the house map yourself? I'll just post a link in this particular session. This session gets recorded and is uploaded in the YouTube. So I'll share the link over there on this videos. So description. So all you have to do is go through that and figure out the process of preparing your house map all by yourself. So it's just like a do-it-yourself technique. Okay? Yeah. Vedji, I'll definitely be sharing it. All right. So you need a blueprint of the house map. Once the blueprint of the house map is ready with you, now what is the next step that you need to have? you need to carry a Vastu Chakra. Now, see, this is a free session, so I won't be teaching it using a digital chakra. Digital chakras are provided in the paid courses. So what I will be doing today is I will be using a physical Vastu Chakra. So it looks like this. Can anyone see this? I think it must be visible. So this is how a physical Vastu Chakra looks like. I'll just show you in the picture. So how does it look like? So this is how a physical Vastu Chakra is. So what you can do is you can purchase this. These comes at nominal rates. So all you have to do is you need to have one of these. So let me just quickly share my screen and then I can show you what am I talking about. Can everyone see my screen? Can anyone please confirm if you can see my screen or not? Okay. So this is how the chakra looks like. The very same chakra, if you can see me on the screen and if you can see the white screen, this is how it looks like. All it matters is the picture that I have shown over here, over here on the screen has got a white background. However, the chakra that I'm holding on my hand, it has got a transparent base. So often I give another suggestion to my students is, what you can do is the picture that I have uploaded just now, you can take a printout of that on a transparent sheet as well. Even that would work. So it is not a big deal. Even that would work. Or you can purchase this thing. I hope this part is clear to everyone. Please confirm. Either you buy this or you can take a printout of this particular picture on a transparent sheet. This is possible. Just simply walk down to any Xerox shop, get a transparent sheet, get this thing printed out. So now what is the next task? Once you have your equipment ready, what is the next thing that you're supposed to do? You need a house map. Second thing, you need a chakra. You have both the things. So what's the third step? Third step is finding the center of your house. You need to figure out the center of your house. So let's see how you do that. Finding the center of the house is pretty easy. Now, okay, this is another figure that I have. This is how the digital chakra would look like. A digital transparent chakras are not a part of this particular course curriculum, not a part of this free crash course, but this is how the digital chakra would look like. So its base is completely transparent and it has got very few minimal things written on the chakra and it's very easy to use. So next, as I said, you have to figure out the center of the house. Let's say this is the blueprint of your house. This is the blueprint of your house map or anything. Now, can you see this? And can you see one arrow? This indicates your entrance. Every house has got an entrance. So this indicates your entrance. And there is an arrow mark given. This I always ask my students to give so as to know in which way you are entering inside the house. Never give the arrow like this. It is incorrect. You have to give the arrow entering the house. So this is your entrance and this is the arrow which indicates that in this direction you shall be entering the house. I hope this step is also clear to everyone. You have the house map, you have the chakra, now you know where the entrance is and you know the direction in which you are trying to enter. Clear? Next. Now, how to figure out the center of the house? All you have to do is, like, this is a very simple process. How do you figure out the center of the house? You just have to join the corners and draw diagonal lines. If you remember simple basic mathematics, if you have got any mathematical figure like a rectangle or a square, how do you find the center of rectangle or square? You just take that mathematical figure, try to join the opposite corners by drawing a diagonal, and where the two diagonals intersect, you get the center of that particular figure. Likewise, for your house map also, you need to figure out the two opposite corners, draw a single diagonal, and when two diagonals intersect, you get your own center. So how will that look like? It will look like this. Here I have identified two opposite corners and I have drawn a single line. Let me use a separate color to show you about the other diagonal. So these are the two other corners. And when I join the two opposite corners by drawing a diagonal, so I get these two diagonals. This was diagonal 1 and this was diagonal 2. So when the two intersect, I get the center of the house. So this point over here is called the center of the house, which I write it as C. Now this center of the house is the actual center of the house. Here there is no guessing. Here there is no, you can say, no rough idea. This is the actual center of your house. Once you have obtained the center of the house, the next important thing is to obtain your reference line. The next most important thing that you have to obtain is the reference line. So what is the reference line? A reference line is a perpendicular line drawn from the center to one of the walls. So which wall? The question is, if I'm drawing a reference line as a perpendicular line from the center to one of the walls, it should be which wall? For this, we consider our entrance. That is why that arrow mark was important, to be drawn outside the entrance. The direction in which you have the arrow marked, in the very same direction or in the very same parallel path, you should have your reference line. This is one of the easiest ways to figure out or to grid your house map. There are multiple ways to grid your house map, but this seems to be the easiest way. So let me show you what am I trying to mean. This is the arrow mark of your entrance. As you can see, in this very same direction, you have to draw your reference line. So where will the reference line be? The reference line is a perpendicular line drawn from the center of the house to one of the walls. Every house has got 4 walls. So from the center, I drew a line that is perpendicular to one of the walls. And where did I draw that line? In the same parallel path as that of the entrance. Is it clear so far to all of you? Please confirm, those who all are present right now. I hope you're not sleeping today, because today's class is something to do with drawing. So please stay awake and do confirm if you're following or not. Is this process fine with all of you? Yes. Okay. Veji says it is okay. Praveenji, you are asking reference line. Should I repeat how to draw the reference line? All right, I'll repeat how to draw the reference line. See, you can figure out the center of the house. I think that part is pretty self-explanatory. In order to figure out the reference line, I have to draw a perpendicular line from the center of the house. It could be in any direction. The thing is, this reference line could have been here. The reference line could have been here. The reference line could have been here. There are 4 ways in which I could have drawn the reference line. Then why this dotted path? I have to keep my process as simple as possible. So what did I use for this? I used the direction of the entrance. This was the direction in which I would enter into the house. So in this direction only, I will draw my reference line. Why is this necessary? Because in the next step, I have to figure out the degrees. And the degrees figuring out is pretty much easier if I draw the reference line in the direction in which we are entering the house. Pravinji, can you confirm? If you followed through, I know if you are hearing this for the first time, it's a bit difficult, but you will be able to grab it once you understand the entire process. Okay? Now, the reference line is ready. Now I need the degree of the reference line. How many degrees we have? We have 360 degrees. From 0, we have 360 degrees. Our house reference line could be on anything. See, what is house map gridding? House map gridding is mapping of your house with respect to the Earth's north-south axis. Then only you can actually grid your house map. Earth's north cannot be separated from your north. Both the north should get aligned. That is why we are gridding the house. Otherwise, every single person will say, oh, I have decided my north to be this. I have decided my south to be this. Nobody can say like this. Everyone's north should be aligned to one single direction. In order to give this standardized alignment or this proper alignment, we need the mapping of our house map with regard to the Earth's north-south axis. That is why we are doing this process. So what is the next step? To find out the degrees. The degrees of the house could lie somewhere in between 0 to 360 degree. It could be anywhere in between 0 to 360 degree. How do you find out the degree? And we are supposed to find out the degree of the reference line. I'm not talking about the degree of the house or something. I just need the degree of the reference line. So how do I find out this degree? For that, your mobile comes to your rescue. You need to switch on your mobile, yes, but there is a catch. Your mobile should have magnetic sensors. Some mobiles do not have magnetic sensors, so they do not have inbuilt compass in them. So you should have a mobile phone which has got a magnetic sensor. Then only you can have a compass app in it, which can sense the degree. If you do not have a mobile that has got a compass, you can have or you can purchase compasses that are ordinarily available in the market. Those are marine engineer compass or basic Vastu compass. These are available in the market. So you need another measuring device or instrument which is called as a compass. Either bring the mobile phone to your rescue or you can have another compass, handy compass with you. So what to do with the compass now? With the compass, you have to stand here. Can everyone see the position of the cursor? Holding the compass, you have to stand here. Holding the compass in your hand, you have to stand here. Facing in which direction? In this direction. I'm repeating this part or process once again. You have to stand at the front of your entrance. You need to stand outside your entrance actually, facing inwards. You have to stand outside your entrance. This is you, okay? This is you. You have to stand outside the entrance, facing inwards. And you have to hold the mobile phone in your hand. And that should also face inwards. So basically, what you're going to do, you're going to stand outside your entrance and you have to face inwards. And you have to hold the mobile phone like this. And the mobile phone should also point inwards. I hope this process is clear. Now, check what is the value that the mobile app is showing. Everyone followed so far? You have to check the value that is showing on the mobile phone. Whatever value it shows on the mobile phone is the degree of your reference line. Let's say it is showing 220 degrees. The mobile phone shows 220 degrees. That means this reference line degree is 220. Don't get confused by this 90 degree. This 90 degree is a perpendicular line. People, did you follow so far? You have to stand outside your entrance. You need to face inwards and you need to hold the mobile compass app on your palms and check the degrees. The degrees, if it comes out to be 220 degrees, let's say, this is just an assumption. Let's say this degree could be anything. It could be 5, 10, 15, 130, 160. For me, I took it just 220 degrees. Whatever this degree comes, you have to just write it against your reference line. This is particularly your reference line, and you have to write the same degree against your reference line. So this is the final framework of your house map. You have to have a house map blueprint. You need to have a Vastu Chakra. You need to find out the center. You need to figure out the reference line. And ultimately, you need to figure out the degree of the reference line. There are multiple ways to find out the degree. One way that I'm teaching you right now is using your mobile app by standing outside the entrance and facing inwards. The other way, which gives you the accurate value, is Google Earth Pro. If you also want to know how to figure out the degree of your house using Google Earth Pro, so there is a YouTube link. That also, I'll put it in the description below, so you can figure out how to find out the accurate house degree or that reference line degree using Google Earth Pro. Is this thing clear to everyone? This is the standard framework that one needs to carry out for grading your house map. Now, what is the next step? I know the reference line, I know the reference line degree. Now, this thing comes into picture. Now, this thing comes into picture. Now, what is the role of this chakra? Now, this chakra has got a center here. This chakra has got a center. It's here. It's marked here. On this, there would be a dot marked here. On the on the slide, the picture that I had, it did not have a center mark. But if you're purchasing this, it always has a center marked here. So what you have to do? You have to now put this particular chakra on your map with the center marked. And you have to superimpose this center with that center. I'm repeating it again. You have your house map ready. You have the center marked. Now take this chakra, place it on that piece of paper and superimpose this chakra, overlap this center of this chakra with the center of your house map. Done? And what is the second thing that you're supposed to do? You add a reference line. You add a reference line of 220 degrees. So once the centers have been superimposed on one another, you have to simply rotate it. Rotate it to the place till you get 220 degree on that line. Once you get that, you get something like this. Your structure will, see, this is the first step. I have used a transparent chakra to show you. This can be done digitally also. So this is how it will look when you're following the process manually. Superimposing of the chakra center with the house map center. Both are superimposed. So superimpose your house map center with the chakra center. Done. Once you have done that, the second process is you have to rotate the chakra. See, the chakra seems to be rotated. Earlier, this is the reference line. This is the reference line. Earlier, it was pointing to north 0 degree, but our reference line was not at 0 degree. I had written that it is, let's say, 220 degree. But over here, I have taken it till 103 degrees. So let's not take 220 degree. Rather, let's take 103 degrees. So I have just rotated the chakra. The center is still superimposed with the chakra center. And now the reference line is aiming at 103 degrees. Once both of this are superimposed, reference line superimposed with the degree on the chakra and the center of the chakra superimposed with the center of the house map, your house map gridding is done. So what is the next step that you're supposed to do? You need to figure out your zones. What are your zones? These are your zones. Basically, what you are supposed to do is, instead of drawing straight lines, wait, let me tell you what you can do, because since you're not using a digital chakra, you cannot know it in one go. So what you can do is you can mark these points. You can mark these points. I'm doing it for some of the zones. You can do it for the rest of the zones. Once you have marked, now remove that Vastu Chakra and from the center, start drawing the lines. And now, this is how your house map grid looks like. This is your south-southeast, this is your south, this is your south-southwest, this is your southwest, this is your west-southwest, and likewise, you can get all the directions or the zoning of your entire house. So this is how house map gridding is done. How many of you followed this? If you're hearing this for the first time, don't think it's an easy process in the first go. It needs some practice. But did you follow? Did you grab something out of it? That this is the process that you must be doing? Nobody? Today, you all seem to be looking very, very dull, I feel, because I'm not getting any replies today. Yes, Praveen ji, Ved ji, Kamal ji, Manu ji, anything at all, anything. Anything, Praveen ji? Something. Okay, something. See, these videos are available. The recorded versions are available. I would request you to go through them. Just like in our school days, if we don't understand a particular thing, we need to go through it again and again in order to understand it. So I know if you're hearing this for the first time, it might sound a bit difficult. It's not difficult. It is easy, provided if you understand. For that understanding part, you have to actually go through this maybe a couple of more times. So I'll just brush up quickly. What is the process of house map gridding? You get a house map ready. You have this chakra, or I'll send you that picture, or I can send you the picture, or you can take a screenshot of it and get it xeroxed or printed on a transparent paper. Find out the center of the house. Find the reference line. Find the degree of the reference line. Then superimpose this chakra on your house map. Let the center of this chakra get superimposed or mapped on your house map center. Rotate the chakra so that the reference line degree gets superimposed with the degree on the chakra. Once these two things are superimposed, you get all the zones of your house. So this is house map gridding. Sounds a bit difficult? Don't worry. If you're not able to do it, then you have the professionals also to do it. You have, like, if you're getting the house map done by an architect, even they can get it done. But if you're really interested to do these things yourself, then this is the process that I have just now explained to you. Clear? Chalo. Next, what are we going to study? I think remedies. We're going to study, the next is remedies. Shall we begin? The remedies part? Chalo. Let's start with the remedies. So what are we going to discuss in the remedies part? We have discussed about the toilets presence in the various directions and corners. We have discussed about the presence of kitchen in various directions and zones. So how to treat these two things if they are present in any corner or in any major direction of your house? Actually, while discussing the remedies, I will not be specific to 8 directions. Rather, I will be covering all the 16 directions. Got it? I'll be speaking of the remedies for the entire 16 directions. So let me quickly show you the slide. So before I begin, as you can see, we have got 4 major directions. This we have already discussed. Then we have got 4 major corners. This also we have already discussed. Now, in between the major corners and the major directions, we have got sub-directions. So the sub-directions are also marked over here. So when I'll be discussing the remedies for kitchen or for toilet, I'll cover the entire aspect. I'll not just be specific to the remedies of major directions and major corners. So let me quickly erase all this and we will begin with the remedies for toilet first. So starting from northwest till northeast, in order to treat your toilet, you have to take help of the element that is predominant over here. So what is that element which is predominant over here? That element is water. So what is the color of this element? You know it in class 1 itself, that is blue. So you have to use blue color for those directions which are predominantly governed by water. Clear? What is to be done? I'll tell you. Second, the second one is the east side. Starting from ENE till ESE, they are governed by air element. So you must use green color. I think I should have used a single color. No worries. Let me use multiple colors. Starting from southeast till south, you should use red color. For these two, you can use yellow color. And for the rest, use white color. All right. Now, I told you the colors that you're going to use in toilet, but in what way are you going to use those toilets? Basically, you have to do a taping of the toilet on 3 sides. Say, for example, this is your WC. So you have to place a taping which is 4 inches wide on all 3 sides of the toilet. This is how the taping would look like. And the taping width should be 4 inches wide. So the various colors are discussed over here and you have to use that very same color tapings for your toilet. Now here there is a question. What if I don't have a tape? See, the tapes are supposed to be high-grade vinyl tapes, plastic tapes, which do not come off very easily because of the watery surface. They must stick to the surface. In case you are not able to use tapes, then you can use paint also. Make sure it's waterproof. All right. So this is what you can do. Now here there is a catch, or here there is one aspect that I would also like to discuss here. After doing the gridding, if you find that your toilet comes entirely in northeast, if your toilet comes solely in northeast and it is not having any other directions, then you can treat this northeast toilet with yellow color. But if your toilet comes partly in northeast, partly on the left hand side and partly on the right hand side, then you can go with either blue or green colors. This would be the best thing to do. Otherwise, if it is coming entirely in northeast, then go for yellow color, because northeast is supposed to have some mild earth element as well. So this was the remedy for toilets. Now, moving on to the kitchen part. What is the remedy that you're going to do if your kitchen is located in these 16 directions? Now, kitchen remedy are done in two different ways, because kitchen remedy can be done in either using the air element or using the earth element. There is no other element in which you can do the remedy for the kitchen. So if you're doing the remedy for the kitchen, if you're using air element, the air element color is green and the earth element color is yellow. So either you're doing the remedy of the kitchen using a green color or a yellow color. So what are you going to use? As green color, you have to use green marble. Or you can use green paint just beneath the gas burner. Beneath the entire gas burner, you can paint that surface green in color, but preferably it is better if you place a green marble beneath it. Apart from that, please refrain from using green color cloth or green color tarpaulin sheets. They are not at all advised because they are subject to getting fired, being placed just beneath the gas burner. So I recommend two ways. In fact, I recommend the first way only. If you want to treat your gas burner, then please use green marble. Green marble as in green stone. Likewise, you should use yellow stone. These are readily available in the market. Go to any marble store and just ask for a cut piece. Your gas burner size would be, let's say, max to max, it would be 2 feet by 2 feet. So just go and ask for this type of cut piece, bring it to your house, place it on the platform, kitchen platform, and then place your gas burner above it. Clear? So let me move on to the pattern once again, and let us discuss the remedies that you can carry out for the kitchen. Starting from north-northwest, till south, you have to use green marble. And starting from south-southwest till northwest, you have to use yellow marble. Some of you might be wondering, ma'am, why did you advise remedies for the kitchen that is located in southeast to south? The reason being, if the platform color is black, then you have to do the necessary required remedies. So what is the remedy for the kitchen? Starting from NNW till south, you have to use a green marble or a green stone. And starting from SSW till northwest, you have to use yellow marble. Is this part clear? So this is how you would be doing the remedies for your toilet and kitchen present in different directions of your house. So with this, I do come to the end of this 3-day free Vastu course. So now I'm open to your doubts. Whatever doubts you do have in the last 3 days, or particularly in today's class, you're free to ask. So you can just start typing in your chat box, what queries do you have? And if you have understood how to do the remedy, how to grid your house map, and what are the various other attributes, then very good. And yes, a little bit about the promotion part. This was a 3-day free Vastu course. Apart from that, I'm coming up with a paid course on Vastu starting from 15th of August 2022. That is right after this weekend. On Monday, it starts. The course will start in 2 different languages, one in English, one in Hindi. So English, one is the morning batch, Hindi is the evening batch. The timings do remain the same. The class timings would be somewhere in between to 60 to 75 minutes. Classes will be taken live on Zoom. We are going to cover all aspects of Vastu over here. The posters or the pamphlets of the Vastu course can be found in my Facebook page. If you want, I can share. I think I have shared the pamphlet last night itself in the WhatsApp group as well. And the course fees is 1,500. And what else? That's it. And regarding the recordings, yes, if you miss any class, recordings will be provided. In fact, recordings will be provided to all of you, but it is not for a lifetime. It will be limited for 1 month. And certificates will be provided to all. So if you have any queries, please do ask. And do let me know, how was this 3-day free Vastu course? Did you like it? Were you able to follow? Did you understand? Please share your opinions and views. I asked 1 hour ago, but I can understand it was early morning, so everyone was in sleepy, droopy state. So now they can do let me know how the things were. You can come on screen now since I am done. So people, you can come on screen if you want to ask any queries. Veji is asking a query. Using tape for toilet will be damaged with water when washed. Any other solution? You can use waterproof paint. Actually, tapes don't get washed away in water, provided if you're using high-grade vinyl tapes. Vinyl tapes can't come out in water. They will stay all right and fine for at least 8 months. That's a long time. And no remedy is permanent. Even if you're using metal tapes or metal strips, even they are not permanent. You have to replace them after a certain period of time. Any place that I can advise where you can get the tape, I would suggest online. Online, you need to search. Otherwise, if you are staying in Mumbai or in Delhi, there are many upcoming Vastu shops. They do keep these tapes, these high-grade vinyl tapes, and they really do work. Otherwise, you can purchase them online, but just you have to make sure about one thing, about the reviews, whether they are good or not, and also about their pricing. Okay? What about using Vastu Yantra? What type of Yantra are you asking about? Here in this, even if you're joining the courses, let me know, like, what are you meaning by this Yantra? But in this Vastu course, my objective will be understanding your energies and doing some minimum amount of changes, not these big changes, and you get your results. So Yantra is a very, very big term. So what are you looking for in this Yantra? I hope you're not asking about Shri Yantra or Lakshmi Yantra. Those are very basic yantras that you can always have at your place. But what type of specific Vastu Yantra are you looking for? See, some energy defects, you have to treat them. You have to treat them. So without treating them, even if you're placing the yantras, they won't work. So you have to do the treatment of certain defects that are present at your place. Then only you can balance the energies. Praveenji, Manuji, any queries? Praveenji is asking in how many days results will be seen. I always say my client one thing. If you're doing any Vastu remedy, the effects are to be seen within 24 to 48 hours. You will see. I'm not saying you will get the immediate result, but something or the other you're definitely going to see in a positive way or in a negative way, because you are disturbing the energies of the house. Negative way in the sense, it's not in a serious negative way, but negative way in the sense there could be small fights, difference of opinions, misunderstanding. These things could happen the moment you make some changes at your place. This is very natural because you disturbed the elements of your house without disturbing the elements of your body. So this is how your body will react to. So these are the subtle changes that you're definitely going to see. And whatever the results that you're going to see it with your own eyes, that should be visible within 24 to 48 hours. If you're not seeing any results, if you're just seeing some fights, that means the house is getting neutralized. Not positive, not negative. But this has to be very, very fast. Don't expect that you have to wait for a very long time in order to see something. Waiting for a long time means the house is getting neutralized. Then you can expect some bigger results. But the immediate results or the immediate things will be seen within 24, within 24, because there are some remedies, if you do, they give you fast reaction, very, very fast, spontaneous, instantaneous reactions. So these things you will understand, like if you are in the paid sessions, then I'll definitely explain you why these things are happening. What is the reason for these things to happen? Because this is very natural. If you're saying just I'll do some remedy and I'll get instantaneous results, no, these are elements that you are trying to play with. And they are the supreme power. Nobody gets a chance to play with them. So you have to be very, very subtle. You have to take your decisions wisely. Then only you should be doing the remedies. Wall painting should be done according to direction color. I recommend go for a neutral shade rather than going for customized colors. And if in case you are looking forward to customized colors, yes, according to the zonal colors you can go for, but please don't go for darker shades. Let's say red color is favorable in south direction. Just don't paint it dark pitch red. Go for subtle colors of red, maybe lighter shades of red. Because when we go for darker shades of any colors, it simply means we are somehow affected by the presence of that planet. That is why the presence of these dark colors at our place. So the best way is go for a neutral shade throughout. What are the neutral shades? Off-white, cream, or very light shade of any color. Like yellow has got very, very light shades, which is ivory, daffodils. Or you can go for lighter shades of any other color as well. Cream with pinkish shade. It gives you a very, very light peach shade. These type of shades you can go throughout your home. But if you are looking forward for customized dark shades, I recommend better to avoid. And even if you're doing so, please do it in lighter shades. Like if you want to paint the northern side, go for very tinge light blue. If you want to paint the southern sides of the house with that light pinkish shade, yes, it is fine. Anyone else? If you have any other queries, you can ask, you can follow me on my Telegram channel, or you can like my Facebook page and you can ask the queries there. Or once this video is being posted in the YouTube, you can ask your queries just beneath this video. Whenever I come across, I'll answer them. All right. And for the upcoming Vastu course, if you guys are there in the WhatsApp group, last night only, I have circulated few promotional offers which can be availed by new and old students both. So check out the offers. If it looks good to you, fine to you, do give it a try. And my suggestion would be, if possible, if you have time, then take the entire course and see for yourself. Okay? All right then. See you. If you're joining the evening classes, then definitely we will meet. Otherwise, see you sometime later. If you're coming in the course, then I'll also meet you there. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Have a great day.